Hi everybody, Michelle McLuhan, astrologer and life navigator, and I'm bringing you an astrology update for the first full moon of the year, which is happening on the 25th of January, and it's a beautiful, beautiful fiery full moon in Leo. So as you might know, if you watch me every now and then or other astrologers, full moons are always a time for letting go and releasing. So it's a time when things tend to come to a head, when things are illuminated, and when there's the energy of building, 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 and then release. So this being the first full moon of 2024, this is the time to release all that we've actually experienced and that we don't need to carry with us from 2023, and so that we can actually start to re-envision what we do want to actually manifest, bring into our awareness in 2024. So it's a beautiful full moon. It's very empowering, very empowered, and it's kind of sort of energy filled, this full moon. So full moon in Leo is a beautiful fiery sign to have the full moon. It's opposite the sun in Aquarius, and I've spoken quite a lot about the sign of Aquarius because Pluto has been moving towards the entry into Aquarius. He's now into Aquarius, so he's at 0 degrees of Aquarius. This is a very, very big event astrologically and energetically because it really signals another kind of intro into a new paradigm, into a new level of consciousness. And it also represents accelerated change and transformation. So Pluto is the planet of transformation, and he's just moved into the sign of Aquarius, which is really all about community. It's about the collective. It's about energy. It's about us realizing, as Pluto makes his journey through Aquarius for 20 years, it's going to be about us realizing that we are interconnected. We're all energy. And really, really seeing that and noticing it and sort of seeping it in, that we are not separate. We're not separate from anything on this planet, the plant life, the trees, the animals, and this is what Pluto and Aquarius is coming to tell us. It's also about, Pluto is the planet of power, and it's really about where we actually, as the people, actually empower ourselves, take the power back, realize that we have the power to co-create. And this full moon is really highlighting that because Pluto right now is sitting in a very close alignment with the sun opposite the moon at the full moon. So Pluto is in the picture of the full moon. So transformation continues to be at the forefront of this full moon. So Pluto is the planet of transformation, renewal, regeneration, death, rebirth, regeneration. That's what Pluto represents. With it being right in a very close conjunction or close connection to the sun, it empowers the sun. The sun is then opposite the moon, and the moon is, okay, so what do we need to experience this full moon? So this full moon really is about dreaming in, co-creating the new. That's what the energy of Leo is. Leo is the energy of creation. It's the heart energy. Leo as a sign actually rules the heart. So it gives us a very good idea of where the vision needs to be for 2024. It's returning to the heart. And it seems to be almost like a revolutionary energy because Pluto in Aquarius, which is going to be with us for a long time, he's going to be going into Aquarius. Well, he's gone into Aquarius now. He leaves in September and then returns in November for his full time for 20 years. And Pluto is the sign of revolution, innovation, inventiveness, the new, a new paradigm. So when Pluto has been in Aquarius in times gone by, because he moves around the chart at 248 years it takes him to go around. So this doesn't happen every day. The last time was the French Revolution, the American Revolution. People stormed the Bastille, saying no to the monarchy. And this is a very similar energy where people are actually taking their power back and saying no necessarily to the authority, and actually finding our own authority inside us, which is empowering us to actually create a new vision, to create a new earth. So now this full moon in Leo is assisting us in creating this new earth. So it's co-creating. We are connecting, reconnecting with our creativity. And what came to me quite strongly was the energy of joy. What what do we do in our daily lives that bring us joy? And are we doing enough of that? Or are we too sort of fixated on survival mode, doing what we have to do every day as a sort of just a constant process of having to show up and do the stuff that doesn't really inspire us? Or are we actually permeating our lives with joy? And I pulled a card which actually resonates with that exact thing that I wrote down. So this is about reconnecting. Leo is the energy of the heart, as I said. It's fixed fire, which is, I see fixed fire as you've lit the fire in the fire grate, and now you need to tend the fire. You need to kindle it. You need to add little sticks and blow into it and make sure that the fire stays alive. And this full moon is saying, is your fire alive? How's your inner fire? How's your Agni? How's your inner flame? And how can you expand that inner flame, which then expands the heart energy, which then ripples out into the world, which then creates a new vision for the planet. So it's really up to each of us to actually connect with this heart-based, childlike energy in a way, the creative energy, the co-creative energy. The other thing that is happening is with this full moon, stuff can come up from childhood, because Leo also rules children. So any family stuff that you might be carrying, insecurities, particularly around safety, security, money, those kind of things. Those things can be coming up now for illumination, so you can actually see where the fears are and come back to the love. You could call it kind of love revolution, really. It's coming back to the heart. It's away from fear and back to the heart. And there's a lot of unknowns at the moment. There's a lot of crisis in the world. So it's up to each of us to actually find our center. And I think this full moon is really showing us where that center is. It's here. It's not here. So bringing ourselves out of the matrix of the mind and into the heart will actually not only give birth to 2024 in a powerful way, but will also have an impact on everything. So that's how powerful you are, each one of us. The other thing that's happening shortly after the full moon is Uranus, which is the planet of change. He's been going retrograde for a long time, and he's now stationing, which means it's sort of, from our view, it stations, it stays still. It's not staying still, but it's that retrograde energy which appears that the planet's going retrograde, then it stands still and before it moves forward. So what that represents is that it's drilling down onto a particular place in the chart, which is actually 19 degrees of Taurus. So if you have anything at that degree, you might be feeling it more. It is drilling down, and basically it's almost like a lightning flash. It breaks open whatever needs to actually be seen. So it breaks open Earth and it says, okay, what's underneath? What needs to change? It's the energy of change. It can be unpredictable. It can be a bit volatile. It can be a bit electric. It can create some kind of irritation, frustration, particularly if we feel stuck in what we might see as a comfort zone. Uranus is the one that actually pushes us out of it. So when he stations direct, that energy is more intense. So I think just to be aware of it and to just bring yourself back even more so, because there's a lot of kind of quite fiery, fixed energy. There's quite a lot of stubbornness around. I think we need to bring in the element of water. I think we need to keep bringing ourselves back into this place of presence, into the heart center, and connect with our joy. So the and this is basically all going to be, I'll read the card to you now. This is all going to be instrumental in creating the vision that we want to manifest, what we want to feel in the year 2024, the calendar year 2024. To assist you with that, we have put together, John and I, my partner, we've put together a free vision week. So it's called Vision 24. And basically you get access to 2 90-minute Zoom calls. We would do some coaching, some discussions. It's a group energy. It's very powerful. We do a meditation to begin and end. And you also get access to some beautiful questions to set up the year for you in the form of an online journal. You get a meditation. You get an affirmation. So it's a beautiful way to actually enter the year. So you're very welcome to join us for absolutely free. And you can join us by clicking on the link in the description below. You just Basically sign up and you'll get access. We start on the 8th of February, and then the next week, 1 week later, we actually have to have the second Zoom call, and you'll get an email confirming all that. Vision Week is the beginning of our Journey to Freedom course, which lasts for 13 weeks. I think this year is going to be a super powerful journey to freedom. This energy of Aquarius, the other word that's associated with Aquarius is freedom, and we call our course Journey to Freedom. So it's really a process where you start to awaken to your own power. You start to release the blocks that have held you back. You work together as a group. We support you. Because it's 13 weeks long, you get to actually practice what we're actually sharing with you as a group. So you also have the community support. So please come and join us for the first week. See if it resonates, and if you do like it, then you might be able to join us for the full 13 weeks, which is truly transformational. And we look forward to having you on either one or both of those. So the card that I drew is Anandamayi Ma. I'm not sure if I've said that right, but she was known as the joy-permeated mother. Her statement is, I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. She represents the essence of the expansive joy that comes when we remember our true self. She was born with the name Nirmala Sundari, which means beautiful one. She was born in the late 19th century. Her family questioned her mental stability because from an early age she was always found in bhavas, or ecstatic states of bliss. At 13 she married a man she would later, who supported her life as a mystic and a saint. So her basic message is this. It's beautifully written by this woman. It's from the Divine Feminine Pack by Megan Watterson. And she says here, there's a passage in Autobiography of a Yogi, which is a very, very beautiful book by Yogananda, that relates an encounter he had with Anandamayi Ma. He asks her why she's always so filled with joy and can enter states of bliss instantly. She explains to him that she's aware of her true self. She knows that before she came to earth, she was the same. As a little girl, and later when she grew into a woman, still she was the same. And now, sitting in front of Yogananda, she remains the same. And even after death, she says, though the dance of creation changes around me, I shall be the same. This is self-realization, merging with that aspect within us that never changes. It's becoming conscious of the self that is eternal while within this brief mortal existence. She believed that the only true calling or purpose any of us have is to become realized, self-realized. And so she believed that any action we take towards that goal is sacred. There is a deep, calm, abiding joy that arrives when we can merge with the aspect of us that never changes. There is a bliss we get to experience every time we detach from the surface storms that cause chaos in our lives. If we can remember that we are the Guru, that we are the aspect of the divine that remains the same no matter how much change surrounds us, then we get to arrive at a joy that lives at the core of our being. It's very beautiful, isn't it? And the soul voice meditation is, what does joy feel like in my body? So it's a very good time to connect with our body, connect with the element of water, especially. There's a lot of fixed earth energy around. It's a bit heavy. So connect with that inner flame, water your creativity, bring yourself back over and over again, despite what's going on around. You're the one that never changes. So thank you very much. I hope this has helped you. And if you would like to subscribe, you can subscribe and hit the notification button. You'll get notified when I do a recording, which is every 2 weeks or so. And I am available for readings. I do have a bit of a delay because I've had a busy start to the year, but you're welcome to contact me on the address below through my website. Thank you so much for listening. All the best for the full moon. Stay centered. Stay connected with your heart. Thank you.